This is one of the original run of Peavey Wolfgangs, apparently. So not a prototype, but I guess the story is there was an initial production run of 250 of these that were then sent to Eddie, or at least to, to his tech for review, for approval, for him to pick the best ones. I don't know for certain. Came to me because it needs a setup and cleaning out the electronics. So just a little general TLC. It's pretty cool. So this one, I don't know if you can tell so much in the video, but it's supposed to have a figured top, and there's hardly any figure here. I'm kind of surprised it even went out the door, even got to the point where they were making a guitar out of it. You'd think they would have caught it in the production run and said, nope, this one doesn't have any figure, so it doesn't meet spec. But it's pretty cool. Yeah, I like to pretend that maybe Eddie looked at this one, had it in his hands at some point. The same customer also brought me one of the newer one of the new EVH Wolfgangs that were made at the Fender factory. And they're very similar, of course. They're minor details. The shape of the heel and the mounting bolts is a little bit different. The neck shape, you know what? I haven't examined it, but the new one does feel a little bit different than this one. The finish is different. This one, I forget what they were finished. It's some kind of oil finish or something, and it feels a little harder, but it also feels a little tackier. This one has CTS pots instead of the EVH branded pots, and I'm not even sure who makes those. I think it's Bourne's, but I'm not positive. This one, the oil finish on the back of the neck and the front of the neck, for that matter, does make the bird's eye really pop. The frets seem a little bit bigger on this one too. I haven't measured them. Now the Fender that we've got here, it's a silver one with an ebony fretboard, and they also did a great job of rounding the edges of the fretboard, so it feels much more comfortable than this one. This is a little bit hard in the hands and everything. Now there's something, maybe somebody will comment and let me know. I haven't seen one of the Peavey ones up close in a long time, so I don't remember, and I don't remember looking before. Let's see if I can move the camera so we can get a little tighter view in here. But if we look carefully in the control cavity here, take a look at this wire between this pot here. It's actually clipped, this white wire. This should have been the connection to the volume pot right there. Pretty standard thing. This one instead has this red wire that goes all the way up here. So because it's through this drilled hole and then up over here into the switch cavity, I gotta believe the wire itself is from the factory. Curiously, this one, I gotta believe somebody moved this wire the way if you look carefully, you can see that the red wire there is a little bit, got a little bit too hot, and the insulation's a little over crimped. And curiously, only attaches to one of the pickups. It only attaches to the neck pickup. And the wires are actually backwards. When you push the switch down, instead of selecting the bridge pickup, it selects the neck pickup and vice versa. So we're doing that. We're giving it a setup. I'm not going to touch this wire. I'm just curious to know what's going on there. This is neat. When you look in the back of the headstock, you can see it's branded with the Eddie signature and patent pending. Oh, there is a serial number stamped into there. It's hard to see with this. The light in this room is pretty flat, but it's hard to, but it's there. Tuners are very nice with the pearloid buttons. It's a very cool guitar. It's moderate weight. The other one is actually lighter. I believe the backwood on the other one is poplar. I think it's got a maple cap, even though it has a solid metal finish on it. And this one, of course, maple top on. I'm not sure what the backwood is. Anyway, wanted to share because it's such a cool guitar.